meaningful. Amen. Number 5. Not having clearly defined values and hence not living congruently. What I mean by this is this. When somebody doesn't have defined values, right? That person is suffering from a poor identity. Poor self-identity. Because if your values, that's where the beliefs, I showed you a list and I put your beliefs and your moral code. That's where it comes into play. Because if you do not identify what your values are, then there is no way you can live in line with your values. You will be living the life of other people. Hello? It is what other people say is important that you will be doing. Can I say that again? When you have not discovered when you have not defined your own values for yourself, then it is what other people say is important that you spend your time doing. You will basically be living another person's life. So you are just existing, really. Amen. Awareness of personal values can go a long way towards outlining your sense of self. So the more you have your values set in place, right, the more you recognize who you are. In fact, that's one of the ways you recognize who you are, by knowing what your values are. We'll see that later. Values describe the traits you prioritize in yourself or in others. So, for example, if I value honesty, I cannot be a friend with somebody who is a liar. Period. Because my value is honesty. I cannot be a friend with somebody who is a thief. Period. My core values, right, is faith, my own personality. My core values, there are other ones, but the core ones is faith, family, and freedom. Like that. Because you know why I'm able to say it like this? Because I have sat down at one point in my life and thought to myself, what is the most important thing to me in life? What are the things that are important to me? So because I have found those things, number 1, faith, number 2, family, number 3, freedom. I do not do things, right, that run contrary to those 3 things. Because they are my core values. That's why you can't find me in a beer parlor at 11 o'clock. It's not possible. Why? Because it is faith, family, and freedom. Because my faith, right, does not accept it. Doing that will negate my ability to take care of my family. Doing that will rob me of my freedom. Values. When you have your values defined, it will help you to choose your friends correctly. It will help you to choose your spouse correctly. Your values helps you to choose properly. When you have a properly defined value system, right? It helps you to say no. I was saying people who can't say no, right? Who always say yes. They have a poor self-identity. When your values are well defined, it helps you to say no. Yes, as a girl, it helps you to say what? No. And as a guy too. It's not everything. See, all of us want to be rich, right? And have money in our pocket. But if your values are well defined, it's not everything that you will do. Because some things will negate your value. Amen. Number 6, making choices against your interest to please others, which is part of what I've already spoken about. Right? When you see somebody, if you are the kind of person who would, you see something, you want to do it, but you will not do it because another person does not like it, even though you really like it, and there's nothing wrong with it. Hello? There's nothing wrong with it. I see a shirt, I want to buy the shirt. I like the shirt. It's just a shirt. I like it, and I want to buy it, and I have money in my pockets. Right? But because Blessing says, no fine, I beg. That's all. That is all. I want to start a course. I made up my mind. I want to enroll and go back to school. Nothing wrong with that. It's a good thing. And simply because one guy, one of your friends who does not have any thoughts about his own life, simply tells you, wow, you two won't waste your time. All the people we go school for here, wait till they get. And you really want to go to school. But because you are concerned about what the other person will think, who doesn't want to go to school? So now you decided not to enroll. That is a trait, Abi, or an indication that your self-esteem, your self-identity is not properly developed. This is how you do it. All the choices you've made in your life, right? If you think about many of them, that you were influenced, right? If you were not influenced and you were the one who made the choice by yourself, would you still have made those choices, or would you not make those choices? That's how you know. Amen. When your decisions are mostly grounded in your desires and your goals, right? And based on your values, it's an indication that your self-identity is developed. The chief problem of most humans is defining who they are. And until you define who you are, you don't really start living on your own terms. Until you define who you are, you don't really start living on your own terms. You drift. You do what? You drift. And there are a lot of people that are drifting through life. They are doing what? Just living their life based on the dictates of others. It is what others say is important, right? That they are doing. It is how others say they should live life. That's how they are living life. It is impossible to attain fulfillment without first identifying who you are. I told you, don't get married until you are fulfilled, Abi. Now, you cannot be fulfilled without identifying who you really are. And I told you before that fulfillment is not necessarily that you have everything. Maybe for the sake of those who are just coming for the first time. Fulfillment is not that you have everything, right? Hello? Fulfillment is not that I have attained everything that I want in life. That's not fulfillment. You actually ought to be fulfilled as you try to attain those goals. Hello? Those goals should not be what fulfill you. Hallelujah.